Oh, Penny? Okay. Clover and Penny, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. We are at a secret place. Do you have any idea what's going on with these magnetic fields finally, Penny? We're at the start of chapter 5, the last chapter of the game. I hope you know what the hell is going on with these fields already. We were able to track all of Harper's movements to somewhere in this proximity. The exact location of this confidential Fort Arrowfell has been an uncertainty for many years. However, we believe this may be the entrance. Alright, I can see it. People don't usually come poking around out here in the frozen tundra after all. Also, there's a big slab that looks like a door. That's a pretty good hint. This gate has the most powerful magnetic field I've ever sensed, but it will not open. Thankfully, I had suspected Arrowfell might be involved in the moment I'd heard about those orbs, call it an Aesop's intuition. As a result, Atlas Military Intelligence has been gathering data on the matter ever since, and I suspect there's a way inside. And I helped. Penny managed to locate the gates that we believe lead to an underground location known as the Crystal Nexus. That is a very interesting name. These Nexus gates are hidden entrances to an underground network throughout Solitas. They allow the Keepers of Arrowfell to sneak about various areas. Team Briar, they use the Nexus gates to travel around. Right, General Ironwood has informed us that there's a belief that the Team Briar may be acting as the Keepers of Arrowfell. Yes, they are. Well, I can say without their cooperation on this matter, our options have become very limited. It is imperative that Team Ruby convinces them to assist in this gambit. Everyone thinks I'm naturally charming. It's gonna go great. Now, even if Penny can hack the Nexus gates open, Fort Arrowfell gate here is not quite the same. We believe the 4 unique Nexus keys are required to enter the Fort Arrowfell. Find the Keepers of Arrowfell and retrieve the 4 Nexus keys.
What?
I'm sorry, let's step back a moment. Penny can do what exactly? I can open the Nexus gates. I eventually figured out that I can rapidly transmit electromagnetic interrogation pulses for a few seconds. This requires that I match the frequency first, allowing me to get those signals in. One of the signals is bound to be a correct match, and then it opens. Fort Arrowfell Gate is much more sophisticated, however. Each member of Team Briar likely uses their own secret Nexus gate to reach the Crystal Nexus. You'll need to retrace your steps throughout Solitas to carefully find them. Sounds like they could be tough to find. No worries, I remember them all. I will meet you at each one, Team Ruby. Bye. Oh my god. And she's just gonna walk away. She left before checking if we know where they were. You may want to catch up with Penny. I'll keep a watch out for activity at the Arrowfell entrance. Please return when you have all 4 Nexus keys. We were counting on you, Team Ruby. Alright, we've made it this far, so we're returning with those Nexus keys, no doubt about it. Yeah. Can we, is Penny over here? Hello? Penny? No? Well, I know where at least one of them is. Cross remains. This is the first one that we encountered, if I recall correctly. Hi, Penny. Fancy meeting you here. Yay, you're here! I just wanted to say how excited I am to be on another adventure with you. This is the first of 4 Nexus gates. As promised, I will assist you in your mission today. You're the best, Penny, thanks. So, how are we busting in? Now that I know the way, it is actually quite straightforward. Allow me to demonstrate. Matching the frequency of this gate. Got it. Got it. What did you do? Now I'll begin transmitting a series of electromagnetic interrogation pulses at a rate of 14,000 per second. Interesting. When a match is found, the gate will respond. Let us begin. Ah, that's it. I will now deactivate the magnetic seal and open the gate. Oh my god. That's so cute. I love that. You may enter. Well, what do you know? Penny, that was amazing. Teach me. Oh, God. Ruby, you simply have to activate your radio transponder and record the frequency into a data bank. When you have tuned your communications chip to the recorded frequency, you will designate an array of... Okay, never mind. I don't have any of that stuff. Should we head inside? If this really leads to Team Briar's hideout, well, we need to tread carefully since we're not exactly welcome guests. I will meet you at the Nexus gate when you are ready. Be safe. It's nice to know that, like, Team Briar isn't ultimately the enemy. I gotta say, I do appreciate that. I just wanted to see how long it would take to kill him with just... And we have Bianca here. Hi, Team Ruby, you've come to the Crystal Nexus with a purpose, I presume. Bianca, I'm sorry to have entered this way. I've been observing you closely since the moment you first reached Essen, and I believe you do not wish to disrupt what we defend. If you have resorted to drastic measures to simply reach us, then I understand this is a dire situation. Truly dire. We came here because we need your help. We need to enter Fort Arrowfell. I see, as a fellow team leader, I understand the weight you carry on behalf of your team. It took bravery to reach us here in the Crystal Nexus, and I do not take that lightly. As it so happens, the four of us have just come to understand that we've been deceived by the very individual who hired us as mercenary huntresses. Yes, Bram Thornmain. Which is so weird that he has the thorns. Again, I'll highlight the freaking thorns that are on his shoulders too, if he's not like affiliated with them beyond just hiring them. Bram Thornmain. Correct. With the knowledge of the oath we once took as keepers of Arrowfell, he swindled us into becoming cogs in his machine. I owe you an apology for doubting you. We fight with the same ambition of defending the innocent population of Solitas, if not all of Remnant itself. Yes, we do. Team Ruby, I bestow this upon you as a passing of the baton, if you will, from where the Keepers of Arrowfell have failed. You got the Nexus key, which has a snowflake on it. That's cool. If you've not yet, you'll need to reach my teammates by your own means. They may not be so easily swayed. Know, however, that we all see the truth now. We're thankful for any support. With Team Ruby and Team Briar cooperating, we will put a stop to the threat of Thornmain. I believe in you, Team Ruby. Okay, so by not so easily swayed. Oh, hey, look, it's Ruda. What's up? Oh my god. Tunnel to me, Ruda. I know you can do it. I'm right over here. Oh my god. Hi, Penny. It's such a pleasure to see you all again. I'm pretty sure this is word for word what she said in Volume 7, Chapter 1.
It is such a pleasure to see you all again.
You sure got here quick, so the second of the 4 Nexus gates, yeah? Excellent job, Blake. I praise you for your counting ability, okay? Okay. I will now initiate the process to deactivate the magnetic seal, thus releasing the Nexus gate. As you know, our process begins with, can we please get on with it already? See, this is the one time that Weiss is not the most favorable toward Penny that I can kind of agree with. Yes, beginning the matching of frequency. The first step is complete, and now... Wow, I solved it right away this time. Are we really good to go already? Yes, we are. God, I love that. Penny's animations in this game are some of my favorite. I mean, I know I love Ruby Naruto running, but like, just seeing Penny like that it's just so fun. I guess that answers that. You may enter the Nexus gate. Alright. Now we just need to get in there and get Team Briar on board with granting us access to Fort Arrowfell. And here we have Ivy. Oh, no Roan. Never mind. Halt! To only take another step toward into the Crystal Nexus. Seriously, don't try it. You'll be burnt to a crisp in a fraction of a second. Interesting. Is that because of her flamethrower, or is that because it's actually dangerous? Let's take it down a notch. We're not here to make problems. We want to work with you. And why exactly should I do something like that? Because we both have a common enemy. I still can't believe Thornmain bamboozled us like that. Except now his bamboozle's been foozled. So, maybe if I were Team Ruby, what I would do is show them the one that I already got from Bianca. But the game technically doesn't know that I have that right now, because theoretically I could go to Roan first and not have anything with me. So, like, there's not really a reason for the game to go that route. So I'm wondering how this will come about. I understand how it feels to have your trust broken, believe me, and we too were tricked, but now isn't the time to feel bad about it. We're here because we'd like to ask for your Nexus key. We believe with that key we can enter Fort Arrowfell and bring Thornmain to justice. I can't just give you the Nexus key. It's what makes me a keeper of Arrowfell. Besides, it's useless on its own. You know that, right? That's why we were kind of hoping to speak with each of you and gather the keys. You did kind of break into our hideout. But I've got to admit your ambition is infectious, alright? Alright, and she gives us one that looks like a gear. Interesting. This will help us greatly. I can't thank you enough for entrusting us. If giving you that Nexus key is all it takes to see Thornmain get served, I'm ready. Get into Fort Arrowfell and burn it all down. There's no room in Solitas for double-crossers like Thornmain who endanger innocence. Thank you for your duty, Roan. You are now and always the keeper of Arrowfell. We're just going to carry the torch for a bit, okay? You're not so bad, Team Ruby. Let's all have a barbecue after this is done. What do you say? Alright. That's funny. I bet Ruda is gonna be over here. No idea why I think that, but I'm just going with it. Hello, once again.
Salutations!
God. Fancy meeting you here, Penny. Why, thank you. It is quite a fancies indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, let's do this thing. I will prepare to read and record the frequency of the third Nexus gate we have encountered. So easy. Now it's time to jam the signal at a rate of 14,000 pulses per second. Behold. Goodness, you're all looking so close. I believe I am experiencing anxiety. Would you mind terribly to look away? Oh my god, she's got performance anxiety. She's got stage fright. Oh no. Penny, I'm so sorry. Sure about that, Penny. Task is complete. The magnetic seal will be deactivated and the gate will open. What would we do without you, Penny? There is no need to wonder such a question, for I am here. And as long as I'm around, I will continue to support my good friends, the best huntresses ever. Oh. Oh. Man, Penny, I don't know what we will do without you. It's gonna be... Oh, God. Why? Bro, I swear to God. I swear to God. This game was originally probably written in a way where it's like, oh, it's gonna come out after Volume 7 and before Volume 8. Or it's gonna... I don't know if the idea was always that it would come out after Volume 8's over or not, but it sure as hell is written like that now. The funny thing is, Way Forward wrote this dialogue. Way Forward wrote it. Rooster Teeth just approved it. But it is still a low blow. That's so sweet. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Hey, the gate's wide open, let's get a move on. Jesus Christ. Wow. You know... Oh, I've seen people sharing clips of, like, Penny saying farewell earlier in the game. And I was like, yeah, sure. She's saying goodbye. It's sad if you want to look at it that way. But I didn't really see it that way as, like, tugging the heartstrings. But that was a low blow. Oh my god. And here we have Ivy. Team Ruby breaking into the Crystal Nexus. Don't think I trust you for a second. Ivy, we can explain ourselves if you just give us a chance. I've had my eye on you ever since the moment you entered through my Nexus gate. And that's why I believe you are not here to cause any harm. Ivy, I think you're understanding. It's true. We simply ask for your assistance. We need... Hey, what did I say earlier? Don't go thinking we're friends and asking for favors now. How can I trust you? How can I trust anyone after Thornmaid did? Ivy, that's exactly it. We too were tricked by Thornmaid. He tricked everyone around him, and now we need to put a stop to his plans. With full access to Fort Arrowfell, who knows what he could be up to? Don't remind me, we blatantly failed in our duty as the keepers of Arrowfell. No, this is your chance to set in motion of redemption. If you give us your Nexus key, we can enter the compound and foil Thornmaid's plan. Alright, I've got nothing to lose at this point. And we get it, it looks like a fish! Go on and put an end to Thornmaid, but just know that Nexus key is no good on its own. Make sure you talk to the rest of Team Briar and explain the situation. Our 4 Nexus keys united is what grants access to Arrowfell. Thank you, Ivy. Ugh. Don't get all sappy about it. And get going, alright? We've got a complete madman to whip. Why do I get the feeling that no matter what order I choose them in, it made me do them in the order of the team? We did Bianco, Rowan, and then Ivy. And I feel like it was preset so that no matter what path you chose, you would get them in that order. Over here, maybe? Yeah! Together, we have reached the final Nexus gate. That's a relief. Wouldn't it be funny if the last member of Team Briar didn't want to give us the Nexus key? Ruby, why now? Why now? Why now? No, it would not. Are you trying to jinx us again or something? Sensational. Ruby humor is good. I will now initiate the process in haste and without formality, as it is the saved preference. Bingo, and... What's the matter? You got stage fright again? It won't open. After all that, Ruby might have actually jinxed us. I got you. It was a joke of humor and levity. You may proceed to laugh as I now release the gate. Wow, that wasn't necessary. And once again, I will take sides with Weiss, though for the rest of the game, she might have been a little much for Penny. Okay, but what if we got the last Nexus key and then I accidentally threw it? Funny, right? Can we leave Ruby outside? There's a member of Team Briar in there, and I think at this point they know what's up, so we'd best not keep them waiting. Say, what's next for you, Penny? While you look for one more Keeper of Arrowfell inside, I will go back to Fort Arrowfell. Team Ruby, please be careful. Wait, what if I went back outside? Is she gone? Yes, she is. Interesting. And we have Ruda. We saved the best for last.
What?
Who's there? Yo, Team Ruby here.
Whoa.
Hey, relax a little. We're not your enemy. What are you doing here? We dropped by to ask for a favor. From one team of huntresses betrayed by Thornmane to another. Alright, when you word it that way, I'm listening. You wouldn't happen to have a Nexus key, would you? Yeah, I have it. Because, like, if we had it, we could waltz into Fort Arrowfell and stomp the stuffing out of Thornmane. It's not really useful by itself, you know. Yep, we know. We were kind of hoping to get one from each of you for that reason. Well, I guess if everyone else is okay with it too. I got the Nexus key, which looks like a broken bottle, or like a broken like vase, like from Legend of Zelda or something like that, smashing all the vases. Take the Nexus key. I want to see Thornmane stopped. His plan is egomaniacal, and will put people in danger for senseless reasons. Not only that, but the jerk duped us, and it's one thing if you want to trick me, but the rest of Team Briar, they're like my sisters, okay? We've trained so much together, our semblances are perfectly in sync. You saw how we struck that Goliath. That's because of the faith we all share in each other. It seemed like ours, you don't see it every day, so I have to protect them, just like they would protect me. Thornmane took advantage of us all. I can't let it happen. Whew. Felt good to get that off my chest. I don't usually talk so much. You have a cause worth fighting for. It's your team. That's beautiful. I feel the same way about my team here. They're like my sisters. Well, Ruby is actually my sister for real, but Blake and Weiss here, they remind me every day that a team is family. So from our family to yours, in the name of that sacred connection, we're gonna kick Thornmane's butt. I'm rooting for you, Team Ruby. Alright. Alright, so at this point, to be completely honest, none of the skill points that I can possibly collect matter to me anymore. Because I'm not gonna be using any ranged attacks. I'm just not. So I'll just put it into, like, Ruby, I guess. Hi, Penny. Now that I've opened all 4 Nexus gates, please make sure to fully explore each one. I hope you can find a Nexus key inside. Where were they again? Cross, Tumak Ruins, Mantle, and Processing. Right, Dormir. Yeah, I've done this already, Penny. We've been there. And here we are with Clover, heading into Arrowfell itself. You were able to collect all 4 Nexus keys. Are you ready to try them? Yeah. It seems each member of Team Briar was, in fact, designated with a portion of the access code to Fort Arrowfell's security matrix. And now the Keepers of Arrowfell have entrusted us with the keys. Indeed, I'll use these 4 Nexus keys that you retrieved to open Fort Arrowfell. As opposed to the way that Bram Thornmane breached his way in, I suppose you could say this is the legitimate method of entry into the compound. It may have been a long time since these were used, but now that we have all 4, I should be able to open this door. Stand back. Incredible, it really opened. So this is really it, huh? Our mission has finally led us to here. With the door open, there's not a minute to delay. Somewhere inside you should find Thornmane. It is time to bring him to justice. I wish you good luck. What the hell? Alright, I'm already digging the music here. Is this one of those Kick Me robots from Volume 7? Alright. For the most part, I haven't really noticed the music of this game too much. So it hasn't really been annoying to hear the background vocals. Until now. Oh. Why are you looking that way, dude? I wasn't ready for that. Dude, these Elysian soldiers are just made to be dumb as hell. They keep facing the wrong way. Ambush. One of the last ambushes in the game. Okay, real quick. I am getting a little worried because it's toward the end of the game and I'm not quite sure what it's going to be throwing at me. What? Okay. So, that was quite an annoying hitbox. Did I really... Were there really no save points in that entire area? That is annoying as hell. I could have sworn I saved at least some point. That's a bit much. I'm just gonna speedrun it at this point. Just get there. Just collect all the skill points that I can. Because you can just straight up avoid content in this game with Ruby. Like, if you don't want to, you don't really need to fight anything. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't care. Let's try this again. At this point, my strategy is literally just to spam Weiss and Blake's semblances. I don't know what it is. Oh my god, I'm at the same place I was last time. God, I'm once again already. Jeez. Oh my god. What? This wouldn't be annoying if they at least put a save point somewhere. Like, come on. At least don't make me have to buy everything from this every time. God, it should not be that hard. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it had to be so much more difficult than any of the other ones that I've already cleared. I guess... Oh, wow, they had to really put a checkpoint after. I guess this isn't a checkpoint, but still. Hi, Olive. How are you doing? Made it here. Yeah, I did. And? Hey, it's... Harper, you were responsible for nearly getting us killed. Yeah, I have half of mine to sock you into next week for that one. Hold up. Harper, why are you in tears? Don't tell me you're feeling remorse. I gave up everything, my morals, my military career, but he lied to me. I know my actions may forfeit my position as an officer in the Atlas military, or even much worse, but I did all he asked because he said it was all for the benefit of Atlas and Mantle, better lives for all its people. He just needed me to help him take down Ironwood from the inside. What, so that's the motive here? It's not some kind of attack on enemy towers, just General Ironwood? I trusted Bram, but instead of making things better for our kingdom, it was all for his petty revenge, exactly. Yeah, I mean, Ironwood scorned him because he didn't make it into the Aesops. There's a reason why General Ironwood didn't approve him for the Aesops, and now I see why. Come on, you can't mean to say that you never saw that coming. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that man has double-crossed everyone he's ever met at this point. I was wrong about him. Now I see the truth. He simply used me as a pawn in his operations, spying on General Ironwood, dealings from the Amoncio Glass, coordinating with Hamlin Firestone. I was merely his connection to access it all. Let's go, team. Lieutenant Harper needs time to reflect, and we have a mission to finish. I'm getting sad even staying here. Wait, Team Ruby. Interesting. There's nothing that I could say to atone for what I've done, but there is a small gesture, if I may. 4 skill points. Interesting. I'm prepared to face whatever waits for me from here. There is no one who can save me from this fate. As for you, you must defeat Thornane. Perhaps he can be saved from himself. And the first character that I've properly maxed out is Blake. Wow, it's almost as if the game knows that these are the most annoying enemies by putting them in the final level. Wow, okay, get out of here. God, it took you long enough. If only I could teleport here. That would be nice. I wonder how many more of these I have. Wow, it's almost as if this one was easier than the one that it took me 3 tries to beat. I speak too soon. Wait, is that 1 or 2 of them? That's 2 of them. Okay. Third time's a charm. Surely this game doesn't operate by the rule of fours, right? Come on. Yeah, I was just waiting for Weiss's Semblance. I've been sleeping on Weiss's Semblance. It's pretty awesome if you can get them in the right spots to have them stack up. Unlike I keep doing, I can't. There we go. That's gonna kill it. Didn't even need to. Okay. Aha! Yes, it doesn't operate by the rule of fours, just like I thought. Yeah. Blake's Semblance does block enemy projectiles. Gotta love it. There's nothing that Semblance can't do. I remember being, again, playing the demo. The developer told us that, like, you can hide behind Weiss's Semblance. Behind the platform. I didn't know you could also hide behind Blake, too. I know that I missed a couple skill points in Mosset Grotto, but I wonder how many the game has left for me. So, I'm only 9 skill points away from completing this game. Alright. Stop right there. Oh, damn. Oh, jeez, that's actually pretty tough to dodge. Oh, wow, that actually... I guess I got lucky the first time. Oh, I didn't expect him to jump like that. Alright, just to make sure. He does look like he is taking a lot more considerable damage, but... And there we go. Deep in the Aerofell facilities. What is the meaning behind that symbol exactly? Oh, a phase 2. Awesome. Oh god, really? Oh, I hate this. Come on. And there we go. Those things are probably the easiest thing for me to deal with the entire game. Going at the start of Chapter 4, never had a problem with those. Why are you doing this, Thornmane? What's your beef with Ironwood? Ironwood, James Ironwood will pay. I had it all. I was in the running for a position in the Aesops. After years of tireless training, I could have been a hero for the people. I could have been respected and admired for all that power. But no. Instead he told me, I'm afraid there's no fit for your semblance. Who needs a semblance then? I'll show Ironwood I'm truly capable of. Starting with finishing you off. Stage 3, alright. His semblance is a lot, he reminds me of Cinder. I don't know why, I keep thinking, oh, I'm safe behind that. I'm not worried. And there we go. That should be it. That should be the game. Give it up, Thornmane. You can't beat us. Not with how strong we are. Working together. This looks like it was written by Miles Luna. Characters finishing each other's sentences? Are you sure Miles Luna didn't write on this game? How? How could I have been defeated by these rookie students who had 1 year of high school before they graduated? Oh, come on, we just went over this. We're not rookies, Thornmane. We are licensed huntresses. The end of Arrowfell. Achievement from Penny.
Where is Olive? My huntresses. We didn't see anyone else on the premises. They must have escaped.
All right,
Seems they've
Ironwood.
abandoned you, old friend. So, Amity Tower was never your target. I was.
Interesting.
Your plan was to use these to provoke a grim attack on Atlas. A fiasco for which I would take the blame, and you would be welcomed back as an officer. Amancio Glass, Hanlon Fivestone, your failure today only serves to cast sunlight on the corruption you created among the affluent and underprivileged alike.
This is not over, James. It's only a matter of time before they see you for what you really are.
Yeah.
So, your first big mission is Licensed Huntresses?
I thought it went pretty well.
And this Arrowfell nonsense?
On the QT, sir.
Good work, team.
All right. That's kind of a weird...
Team!
Yo! Tyrannical Overlord Voldy Way, creative director. That was a great game. I mean, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, obviously. Like, it's a Metroidvania. For what it is, I really did appreciate it and enjoy it. You know, I'm sure a lot of people would like an open world game. I'm sure a lot of people would like, like a Smash Brothers, you know, side view fighting game like that, or something like a 1v1 like fighter, like a Street Fighter game maybe, or Smash Brothers fighter game, or like a Persona game, as I've heard as well. There are a lot of different RWBY games that can be made. But at least for me, as somebody who knows WayForward, who's somebody who's played the Shantae series, I have really enjoyed this. 100%. It has its own pitfalls. I literally never used ranged attacks because it just didn't ever seem worth it. And I could get by leveling up semblances instead and leveling up just melee attacks instead. So it definitely felt a lot more worth it to do that. But there is still a place for all that stuff. Thanks for playing. All right. Playtime 9 hours and a half. Completion rate 91%. Yeah, it is a new song from Jeff and Casey Lee Williams. It's only a minute long and it loops, but it is a new song. I expect this song to show up in full on the Volume 9 soundtrack whenever that's out. I don't know if you remember Grim Eclipse, but when Grim Eclipse came out, that had its own song in the end credits of that game too, Lucis Nature. And that song was included in the Volume 4 soundtrack at the time, because that was the next soundtrack to come out. So I think that at the end of Volume 9, whenever that comes and goes, they are actually going to have a full version of this song as well. There's no post-game, obviously. It just kind of resets you back to the point of defeating Thornmain. But I do want to go back to Mossad Grotto just to make sure, because I'm sure that there's plenty of other places in this game that I haven't quite completed, but that's the only place that I know. Knew I was missing one. And Ruby and Blake fully leveled up. So I'm only missing 6 skill points across the entire game. I'll have to look up a guide. But otherwise, that's the game. Ultimately, as far as like fitting into the world of RWBY, I know that I'm sure that a lot of people who aren't familiar with RWBY and the RWBY universe, the plotline won't make as much sense to them, which is kind of unfortunate because you kind of do have to come into this with the understanding of who Ironwood is as a character and what the situation in Atlas is like, Atlas and Mantle, and I guess the surrounding tundras is like at the start of Volume 7. So there is definitely a need to watch the main show to get the most out of this game. And that was kind of, you know, a foregone conclusion that you're going to have more context for the game if you have seen the show. And just the way that they incorporated the villain's backstory into the world of the show as well, it definitely makes things a lot more important to watch the show itself. But, you know, as somebody who has been with RWBY and has watched RWBY since its inception, you know, I've been around since RWBY Volume 1 Chapter 1 first aired, it's still crazy to see this. It is more or less kind of what I expected it to be. I think part of me was kind of worried that because it was delayed for as long as it was, or it seemed like it was delayed, I'm pretty sure it's like all but confirmed that there was a delay, but it seems largely like what I expected. Like, it seems it is the fullest extent of what it otherwise would have been. And obviously, we're never gonna know what was on the cutting room floor for this game. I'm sure that, aside from multiplayer, there was plenty of stuff that was planned to maybe show up in this game, maybe not. But it doesn't feel incomplete, to be honest. A playable Team Junior, you know, Oscar, Ren, Jean, and Nora, definitely could have been another thing. But then it's like, you have to work their semblances into the game somehow, and how do you do that? Like, because this game is built on Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, and their specific semblances, and what makes sense for exploration and puzzles based on those. So I don't really know how you would implement other characters if you're not just gonna like literally give them Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang semblance. And it was fun, you know, as somebody who's played Shantae Half Genie Hero, and as somebody who knows WayForward, this is largely what I was kind of expecting the game to be. I wasn't really let down by how short it is and the fact that I completed it in 9.5 hours, because I'm familiar with Half Genie Hero. I know that's kind of the length of this game. I wasn't expecting it to be any longer. So if you are familiar with that sort of thing, you probably weren't burned by how short this game was, or how the quest system in it worked, because it's a Metroidvania, and you have to go into a Metroidvania expecting it to be a Metroidvania and not some other open world style of play. And I was kind of worried at one point that this game would feel incomplete. I did kind of think that with how the game felt delayed, that it was working on some sort of systems that it wasn't able to fully realize them and fully implement them to some extent. And, you know, for all we know, there could be something like that on the cutting room floor that almost saw the light of day, but just didn't. And largely, I'm very happy with how this game turned out. The story, I never felt like I knew the story, even when I kind of understood that Thornmane was the bad guy well into the early part of the game. You know, very early on in the game, there was definitely that sense like, oh no, he's very sus. And he kind of has Ironwood's stature, and we all know how Ironwood turned out, so... and even at the end of the game, when he said, like, Ironwood still would live to see his own downfall, he wasn't necessarily wrong about that. But still, I always had twists and turns of this game that I felt like definitely had merit, and I definitely enjoyed seeing and having that unravel before me as I played it. Unlocked semblance upgrades and found this new route and found that new path, and eventually worked through a whole bunch of side quests, like giving Elm her grape soda that took way too long to find when you thought, oh, I can just go find a vending machine or something, but that's not how Metroidvanias work. But that's all I have to say for now. So, thank you for watching part 5 of my Arrowfell playthrough series here on YouTube. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm Raijin Rising. Have a good one.